Good morning, class. This is Mr. Miller. I'd like to introduce to you today, as part of our drug and alcohol unit, a partner drug and alcohol scenarios presentation that you'll be working on. You will be selecting your partners, reading through the scenarios that you were given, and as a little bit of a twist at the end, also creating your own scenario based on the rubric. Today, you will be placed into groups with a few of your classmates and looking at some drug and alcohol scenarios of situations that could happen in the real world. What would you do if you were faced with a decision that could cost you a lifetime? There are many different temptations out there that peer pressure can lead to, including drinking in general, drinking and driving, consuming pills, smoking marijuana, or plenty of other drugs as well, unfortunately. Step 1 is to break down the 3 scenarios that you and your group are given. Once you've done that, step 2 is for you and your group to create one of your own scenarios. Once all of that is done, you and your group will create a short 5-question Quizlet for the class to take. Along the way, you want to make sure you and your teammates are putting your heads together, thinking wisely, being creative, and most importantly with this, having fun. Today, you will be placed into groups and putting your heads together as you work through some drug and alcohol real-world scenarios. The idea is to come up with a reasonable resolution with your group as to what could be done to get out of this peer pressure situation. You'll also be researching legal and health consequences that could happen if someone chooses to partake in the illegal activity. You will be placing your findings in a slideshow and presenting these to the class. Next, after researching, you and your group will create a scenario of your own and again research consequences and solutions. Lastly, you'll be creating a short Quizlet for the class to take that is specific to your scenarios and having them take it at the conclusion of your presentation. Each group will receive different scenarios and then we will take time in class to present. Now I want to show you how to use Schoology and Google Slides to complete the drug and alcohol scenarios group project. So once you go on to Schoology, you are going to see the folder for the group project right here. You give it a click. Up top is the rubric that we looked at already for grading purposes. What I want to look at right now and show you is the presentation blueprint that your group will use. So once you've received your 3 scenarios from me and you do some research and you're going to set this up in a Google Slides presentation before presenting to the class. So you're going to start with a cover slide to draw the audience in. You see my example right here. Your next 3 slides are going to be each of the 3 scenarios that I gave you in big bold print. You're going to put the scenario up top. Underneath, then, you're going to type out your group's solution to the problem or the peer pressure at hand, and also the possible consequences if someone gives into that peer pressure, consequences both in terms of one's health and legally. Also, you might want to provide a video clip if you find something that pertains, and definitely some pictures as well. So you do that for scenario 1, 2, and 3. Same setup there. Scenario 4 is a create your own scenario that you and your group members will come up with. Same formatting there, coming up with consequences and also a solution to the problem to get out of that peer pressure. And then last but not least, your Quizlet creation link. Join code is going to go right here. Again, you're creating a short little post test for your classmates, and that Quizlet link, if I click back, go into Quizlet right. Today, you work together with your group to break down your 3 drug and alcohol scenarios while coming up with solutions for them. These were situations of peer pressure that unfortunately can happen in high school and college. You also created one of your own scenarios to present to the class along with a short quiz for them to take after your presentation. Tomorrow, we will begin the presentation, so make sure to practice your part. I'm excited to see what you all have come up with.